Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Brews. I am your host, Commander Claw. If this is your first time here, this series is all about bringing you 5 cards to help you brew about a specific commander. It's generally 5 cards, and sometimes in certain videos, if I really love them, I bring you like 6, 7, or 8. But guess what? We're talking about Hope Estheim from the Final Fantasy Commander set. This is a very, very unique commander because I think that you can win the game through milling your opponents effectively now. Yeah, before me and my pod, we used to joke that mill is a waste of time. With this commander, I don't think so. So, without further ado, let me maximize the screen for this azorious commander and let's talk about the abilities. For white and a blue, 2/2 body, legendary human wizard, lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. All right, so what am I thinking right here? I'm thinking about doubling up all of my mill effects, and I'm also trying to double up my life gain effects. Fortunately, Hope Esteem comes with lifelink. So if it goes to combat on your turn, you do, and you are able to gain life, either hitting a creature, hitting an opponent. It doesn't matter. So you know, I think that's a viable option of giving it powerful equipment, making it a 5/2, 7/2, and going to combat to make your opponent's mill such amount of cards. Options, options, options. So let's get into these more card options as you plan on brewing Hope Esteem. So we got Ishatola Rule here for 4 and 2 blue, 3/5 body, legendary cat druid. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then, if it's the first end step of the turn, there's an additional end step after this step. Well, guess what? We're literally adding an additional trigger for Hope Esteem because we have an additional end step. Enough said, straightforward to the point. Uh, she's also really good because she's able to bounce a creature. So maybe during each of your end steps, there's a creature that you want to flicker that gives you an additional effect. Maybe exiling another opponent's creatures. I don't know the situation or what card you have, but also think that's the option. She's 2 abilities on 1 card. You know, Bruvac got to be on the list. Bruvac, the Grand Delinquent, for 2 and a blue, 1/4 body, legendary human advisor. If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice that many cards instead. That's devastating. That is devastating. I think what players are not really thinking about is it's easy to gain life. It's really easy to gain life. You can gain 10, 20, 40 life just through spells, triggered abilities, or game instances. So going to your end step, making your opponent mill X cards for the amount of life you have or you gained, then doubling it, it gets ugly. So we got Beacon of Immortality here. 5 and a white. It is an instant. Double target player's life total. Shuffle Beacon of Immortality into its owner's library. There's a lot of things I like about this card. First, it is instant speed. Okay, so you can do that on any player's turn. Second, it says double target player's life total. You can use this as a political tool and double up another player's life total. But obviously, with this commander, you're going to be doing it on yourself, most likely. The third thing I like about it, it shuffles back into your library. So there's a possibility that you could draw this card once again. And you actually really could just tutor it with like a mystic tutor, which searches for an instant or sorcery, and put this bad boy right back in your hand. Easy as that. Rock's Faith Mender for 3 and a white, 1/5 body, Rhino Monk. He has lifelink. He also says if you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. This is simple, straightforward. Gain and double life. Gain and double life. And if you are rewarding yourself by keeping Hope Esteem on the battlefield until your end step, your opponents will be milling that many cards. So this card here is like the life gain staple. If you plan on making any type of life gain deck where you want to gain extraordinary amount of life, but you need to win the game, Aetherflux Reservoir is the card for you. For 4 mana, it is an artifact. It says whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Aetherflux Reservoir deals 50 damage to target creature or player. Yeah, most players' life total is at 40. 50 is more than enough to take them out. What I love about this, it is instant speed. So, yeah, you choose wisely. So we have Hope Esteem here. It is an Azorious commander. I think it brings Mill to another level of actually being able to win more effectively. All you got to do is gain life and keep Hope Esteem on the battlefield and make it to your end step. It is a lot to do. You will be a target. I could say this is a kill on sight commander because nobody facing you wants to lose 20 cards, 40 cards while you gain 20 life, 40 life. You see the gap here? Hmm, hmm. That sounds horrible. Sounds like a very salty player. So otherwise, hey, if you got any other suggestions for this commander, write in the comment section below. Thank y'all. Peace out.